What's happening, guys? Nerd Person Shooter here. So, anyone who knows me well as a gamer, who has been following me for a long time now on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, knows that some of my favorite video games are by From Software. Specifically, their Souls-like games. They're really challenging but rewarding games. And up until this point, I have loved all of them. Like, maybe not like equally, but I've loved all of them. I played all of them in order, starting with Demon Souls. I put like 40 to maybe 50 hours in Demon Souls. I thought it was great. It was a very original feeling game, one like the first of its kind to me. And then I played about 200 hours of Dark Souls 1 over, a couple playthroughs, and it became one of my top 10 favorite video games of all time. It was kind of like a 3D Metroidvania style. I really loved it. I still love it. And then, of course, Dark Souls 2, which is a bit more divisive, but I still really, really enjoyed Dark Souls 2 despite its flaws. Dark Souls 3, I couldn't really get into it first, but my second playthrough, it grew on me, and then I ended up loving that game eventually as well. You got the fan favorite Bloodborne, which is also really awesome. And then you have Sekiro, which is like their most skill demanding video game. And that was one that I couldn't really get into at first just because of how difficult it is. But once I got used to the combat and how to really play the game, I ended up loving it. Like at the end of the day, I ended up just like, wow, that was their best game in terms of like combat mechanics and shit. It wasn't my favorite one to play, but I really, really enjoyed Sekiro a lot. And then we go to Elden Ring, my 2022 game of the year. And I loved it. I thought it was a really amazing transition to the open world. It was basically open world Dark Souls, which I know it isn't really groundbreaking, but I still found it to be incredibly addicting. It was kind of like an obsession for me to like explore everywhere and just fight every boss and collect everything. And then of course Shadow of the Erdtree I loved even more than Elden Ring. I put like 100 hours into Dark Souls 2. I put about 100 hours into Dark Souls 3. I've spent maybe 60 hours in Bloodborne, probably like 50 or so hours in Sekiro, as I got the platinum trophy in that game. I spent, oh my god, Elden Ring I had to have spent close to 300 hours if we're also including the Shadow of the Erdtree. I love all these games. Now, when NopeReign was announced, I was kind of put off by it just because they're making a Souls-like that is a battle royale style game and is also a roguelite. And those ingredients to me don't sound very appealing together. There are some things that you probably just shouldn't mix, but I decided to get this for 20 bucks at Walmart on my way out of work one day. I think it was like a month or two ago. And I had a feeling I wasn't really going to be that into it just because I'm really not a fan of like battle royale or extraction games or games where there's a lot of focus on multiplayer and teamwork. These games have always been dominantly single player for me. But I decided to get it just because I love From Software and I want to support them. No matter what, apparently. Well, I spent a really good amount of time on every Souls-like game that they made, except this one. You want to know how many hours I put into this before calling it quits? It wasn't 50 hours. It wasn't 30 hours. It was 3 hours. 3 hours. Now, of course, Darian, you're not giving it enough time to set in. First off, okay, look, I'm still stuck in Nat 3. my router settings. I tried to fucking change it. I tried to open port forwarding, didn't lower it to NAT Type 2. I even tried opening the fucking DMZ settings, and I can't get the address of my PS5 to work. So I'm just stuck here in NAT Type 3. I was trying to matchmake with other people, spent minutes and minutes not having no luck, just like my Ghost of Yotei Legends experience. And so I can't play with other people. This game is designed entirely in co-op, with co-op in mind. I played about 5 or maybe 6 rounds of solo. I really tried. This is not balanced for solo at all. Okay, there are enemies everywhere during mini-boss fights. I stand absolutely no chance, and there is a very, very strict time limit. This is actually one of the shortest Battle Royale modes I've ever played. Like, it drops you in this huge map, you know, and having played Elden Ring, the first thing you want to do is explore everywhere. Be like, yeah, man, I want to get stronger and stronger. I want to, you know, do it that way. Game doesn't let you. No. Elden Ring, NopeReign, to me, is the antithesis of Elden Ring in general. It is the anti-Elden Ring game. And as a roguelike, I also think it fucking fails. Because even though I've only played it for like a few hours, I made it to like the end of the second night or whatever. I'm still stuck in the first area of the game, the first expedition or whatever the hell you call it. And I cannot get past the Fell Omen alone. Especially when there are other enemies trying to kill me, I can't do it. And every time I die, you know, when I'm not in that final zone, I lose a life. How is this a roguelike? I get weaker when I die, and I don't really get shit when I fail and return to the round table hold. I get like these relics that I can equip on each character that really don't feel like they're making any difference at all. Like, they're not making the game any easier for me. And so I'm stuck solo. I fucking hate the combat. I hate the movement of Elden Ring NopeReign. I hate how slippery everything is. It's like you're running on fucking roller skates. It's like the whole ground is made out of lubricant. I'm not even trying to be funny. That's what it fucking feels like. It's like Mario 64, eat your fucking heart out. And although I do kind of like the idea of having different characters and their own little special abilities, I honestly would have just preferred it if you make your own character and make your own playstyle. Just like in every other fucking Souls-like. Okay? No pre-made characters with their own shit. You know, there's this girl who's like completely useless without magic, and it's a fucking pain in the ass to find magic because you only have healing flasks in this game. There's no magic flasks, so you can't allocate them. You can't have like 2 health and 1 magic. So yeah, that's a fucking useless class. I would have just preferred it if it was the same gameplay as a regular Elden Ring. And instead of the you know, the arena shrinking so fast because it would be slower with the original combat, just make the matches longer. Make them last a lot longer. Make them feel like actual expeditions and not fucking 10-minute long levels. Oh man, this has been turning into a fucking rant. I really hate NopeReign. And I feel like even though I'd probably have an easier time with matchmaking with randoms, because I have no friends who play this shit. Oh no, my friends are smart. Smarter than me. I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it any more than I am now playing solo, because first off, I don't want to be that guy that always gets carried because I suck. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that to people. And second, I just don't like the gameplay flow of it. I don't like the repetitiveness of it. Every time you go into the same area, nothing changes. No locations change at all. All the enemy placements, from what I've seen, stay exactly where they are. There's nothing different about each attempt. There's no randomly generated things about it. Every attempt feels exactly the same, and that, to me, that's not a roguelike or roguelite, whatever. I don't know what the fuck this game was trying to be. Is it a Souls-like? Is it a battle royale? Is it a fucking a roguelike? I like, and is it trying to be all at the same time? Because if it is failing all of them at the same time. That's what kind of happens when you take a bunch of genres that kind of contrast with each other's rules and try to have them work together. I think I'm done with NopeReign, dude. I blew $20 on it, basically. I have what feels like a $20 paperweight because it is not balanced at all in solo. I wouldn't even call it unfair. I actually genuinely think it's broken. The solo balancing. There is no balancing. They tacked on solo. I gotta tell you something, man. Why bother? If you're explicitly designing and purposefully designing your game to be co-op, don't put a fucking solo option in there. It'd be like if Destiny let people play raids by themselves. Like, that ain't gonna fucking work out. That shit ain't gonna fly. You're not gonna make it past anything. What a fucking crap. I hate this game. I hate Elden Ring, NopeReign. This is the first time a Souls-like from Software, because I have played a couple other Souls-likes that were bad games from copycat developers, but this is the first time a From Software game has actually let me down so badly that I have to make a rant about a game that came out the previous year. Or like the first time since Two Worlds 2 or something. Like, I'm at a loss, and I'm so disappointed. I don't want From Software to make a game like this ever again. This is not their forte. This is obviously not their expertise. And there are so many other things I'd rather do with my time than play this. Spent $20 on it, quit after 3 hours, only got 2 trophies, and I'm going to trade it in at GameStop. I'll be lucky if I get like half of what I paid for. I should. I looked up their trade value on the internet, and I thought it's still like $9.90 store credit for pro members, which, you know what? I'll definitely trade it in towards something that kind of makes up for losing my $20. I'll get something even better, or something that's on a deep sale that's usually like $50 and it's on sale for $10 or whatever. I'd be like, yeah, now I got my money's worth. Thank you, NopeReign. Thank you. I'm going to end this video by telling you all the things I would rather happen to me than play another minute of this. I would rather get my bare nutsack stabbed repeatedly by spiked cleats. I would rather be forced into a threesome with the Phantom of the Opera and the Hunchback of Notre Dame than play this. Like, I would rather probably get my dick forced into the Phantom's mouth while having the Hunchback's ass on my face and me having to suck his balls. Okay? I would rather fall out of a plane and land butthole first onto a radio tower. I would rather be forced to lick the dick cheese off of the creature of the Black Lagoon's slimy, smelly penis. I would rather masturbate with a sandpaper glove. I would rather literally get circumcised with a cheese grater. You know what? I'd rather kill myself. I would rather kill myself than play another minute of Elden Ring NopeReign. At least solo. I would rather pay $80 for GTA 6. Oh yeah, I went there.
Subscribe, motherfucker.